Gentlemen, it's time for another Social Sports Pad podcast. I am your host, Ricky, and alongside me is Ben. There are no guests this week. Me and Ben, we go between the ropes and go inside a squared circle and talk about the WWE, AEW, and a couple other stories going on in the wrestling world. All right, so it's Friday night. You know what that means. Friday Night SmackDown and AEW Rampage. Uh, Both are kind of heading toward their respective pay-per-view premium events, whatever you call them nowadays. Uh, AEW has Full Gear, and WWE has the Survivor Series. So we're getting on the road to WrestleMania season. So first off, I want to commend the Usos for taking over as the longest reigning tag team champions of all time over the New Day. I mean, that rivalry is just something fierce. And kudos to both of them. Two wonderful tag teams. Definitely, they definitely pretty much it in the WWE tag team division right now. So kudos. So what did you get out of Survivor Series, or not Survivor Series, but SmackDown, Ben?
Well, it was a good show. Not a lot of things really stood out from me. Just it was your standard Friday Night SmackDown. It looks like they are focusing Bray Wyatt on LA Knight. I'm not sure if they're just teasing it or if it's something that's actually going to happen, but he headbutted LA Knight during an interview segment.
I mean,
Um, yeah, it's just weird.
LA Knight's a decent low card competitor to kind of introduce this kind of weaker, mellow Bray Wyatt for. You know how this is gonna go. He's gonna defeat LA Knight, and then Uncle Howdy is gonna show up on the Titantron, and basically we'll go from there. The main thing I got out of SmackDown this week was it's kind of we have the one War Games match kind of almost painted all together. It looks like the Bloodline is going to be facing the Brawling Brutes and Drew McIntyre and an opponent to be decided.
That shall be interesting.
Yeah, I'm kind of curious as to who that fifth guy is going to be.
And what's it for?
It's just the War Games match. One of the other ones.
Right.
Um, I mean, I totally
Well,
see.
who else would be? Who else would make sense?
Kevin Owens probably
He
return to
hasn't.
that.
Yeah, he hasn't been around for a while either.
Yeah, he would. Lesnar would, especially if they're taking Lashley and putting him with Rollins in theory, kind of working that out.
Yeah. We got the Viking Raiders came back.
Yeah, oh yeah, the Viking Raiders came back and looked very dominant, taking out. Uh,
They took out Hit Row and they took out Legado del Fantasma.
okay, yeah, they
Harold
definitely
Logan.
looked strong against those guys. So they're not doing much of anything with either of them. So yeah, why not get them beat up? So, uh, let's
And
see.
Mia Kim, she came back.
Yeah, she's going to be helping out DOC versus Judgment Day. I see that as a potential Survivor Series match.
Absolutely.
Be nice and fun. Can't
I
wait for
see it
that.
being a War Games match, basically.
Yeah. And I mean, with both of those women, they can definitely take on the men. So
Definitely.
definitely would work. I mean, yeah, that kind of seems like what's going on the Raw side. AEW, they had a bunch of things happen in their world title eliminator tournament. We saw Brian Cage win his match. We saw Bandito beat Rush. We had an attack that pushed back Lance Archer and Ricky Starks. I mean, for me, I kind of see Ricky Starks is going to be the one that they kind of push with this. Because one, uh, it'd be somebody that would probably be a good match for Moxley. And then it would probably also settle Powerhouse Hobbs because they really haven't gone back to that Team Taz breakup. Like they covered up for like a couple of weeks and then it kind of like fizzled out. So like the smart booking for me would be kind of like, hey, Hobbs, go out, make Starks' life hell as much as you can. For Rampage, I'm starting to really get tired of the Jungle Boy Christian Cage storyline. It really just feels like it's going around in circles. There's no real payoff.
Yeah, it just makes no sense to me.
I mean, like it has potential. All right.
Yeah, but then you like
they're
disband a tag team that work good together.
I don't know about the not working good together part, but I mean, like me and you, we've watched wrestling forever, and you and I know that the best feuds in wrestling involve not just two guys, being a rivalry. Like I mean, Tommy Dreamer, Raven. Like they brought in everybody. It was almost like the entirety of ECW was involved in that feud. The NWO versus WCW.
Well, one good feud was the Dudleys when they turned on each other.
In TNA.
Yeah, I think it was TNA, but I thought they did it in WWE too.
Not really. The Dudleys got separated due to the draft in the WWE. That's what led to Brother Devon and kind of like
So I thought they did some storyline.
What?
I thought they did some kind of storyline like that.
I mean, there's so much that's going on with the Dudleys over the years. Like, come on.
When Bubba's already come back again to Impact.
Hey, I mean, dude, all the more power to him. Man, he can still go. Like, a lot of these guys can still go. So like, it isn't like someone trying to carry Shawn Michaels through a match anymore.
Now, I want to know what your thoughts are on Jeff Jarrett coming back.
I mean, Jeff Jarrett, he's at the point in his career he can do whatever the fuck he wants. And he was great heel. I mean, he's definitely a better heel than a face, which is kind of what WWE was trying to do with him. So, I mean, him going to AEW and kind of going back to his slap nuts gimmick that made him what he is today. Definitely kudos on him.
Flat nuts.
I mean, I'm not really big on him teaming up with Lethal and Dutt.
We have a history.
I mean, yeah, but like Jay Lethal doesn't need
up against Ric Flair.
It's I'm eager to see what they're gonna do with this, but all in the same, I'm like, Jeff Jarrett isn't needed to elevate Jay Lethal and Sanjay Dutt.
Well, I don't think it's
that faction.
I don't think it's on their. I don't think it's actually supposed to be on their benefit.
Yeah, I think it's more for you're right. It's more for like Darby Allin to benefit him, but but still, like, if you're gonna bring somebody in, any old guy in, all right, you want to build everybody using that guy. Like, he shouldn't really be in the spotlight, Jarrett. It should be everybody else involved, and he just kind of pushes everybody up. That should be his role. But it almost seems like he's taking a little bit of the limelight. But yeah, either way, I'm just sitting back, watching everything develop, and I want to see it work.
I don't think he should be on camera. I think he should be behind the scenes.
Oh, I mean, he's got better mic skills than anything else. So,
well, yeah, I mean, he has great mic skills, but it just, why bringing all these people in? Like, you're always bringing. He's like, Khan is always bringing in all these old heads and rejects from other companies.
Well, that's like, the problem right now is just a problem all around the board with wrestling, is there's no ability to make a decent storyline right now. Like, there are potentials for good storylines, but just the writing isn't there. The planning isn't there. And even if these wrestling companies were able to kind of like, oh yeah, let me have this plan with this guy for 3 months, it's just like the way the internet and the Dave Metzlers and every reporting speculator podcast or YouTuber out there always has an opinion of like, oh my God, this is what's going to happen. Like, wrestling isn't allowed to have any sort of mystique anymore. They're pandering.
Social media and the advance of internet has really stunted the growth of wrestling to where it doesn't have to surprise us anymore. And
well, I mean, we're also smarter wrestling fans as well. Like, we've seen everything, We saw an 80-year-old woman give birth to a hand. We've seen it all, bro. Like, so nothing wrestling can do can shock us.
Kane setting people on fire.
And that's a given. Undertaker set people on fire, with lightning bolt.
He's also died a few times.
Yeah, pretty much. And he also, like, killed Paul Bearer on live TV,
Oh, yeah!
Oh, yes! But no, man, I mean, like, as a fan, our wrestling world is grown exponentially. And
it's a lot better competition-wise, too.
Yeah, I mean, God, it's not just WWE and WCW anymore. You have...
And they announced the new AEW Fight Forever game, Xbox Game Pass. So, I mean, that's
hey,
pretty cool.
all of them, that is, in my opinion, a definite good move. Thumbs
Yeah,
up
it's a win.
for them. Because I mean, were you gonna spend $60 on the AEW game?
Probably not. I would have probably waited for it to go on sale.
Pretty much, same here. Because I mean, like we've been fans of wrestling for years. We've seen wrestling games that have just been god awful.
Oh God, the Impact game was horrible. TNA.
Yeah, I mean, there were some elements that were good. Like, I like that storyline. I love
Yeah,
the story that they did with it.
the gameplay.
But it was just the gameplay was just like trash.
Yeah,
Uh,
what the
yeah,
heck was this?
and then I was gonna also mention, like, okay, there's like backyard wrestling, the ECW game.
Oh yeah, then you remember the ICP one too?
Yeah, oof, like, man, like, so I'm not gonna spend $60 on a game that I don't know, I don't trust. I mean, as much as the WWE games are pretty much the same game every year, they're also, I know what to expect. It's just like in any other sports game. Why are you spending $60 on Madden when it's the same thing every year? It's because I know what I'm getting. I know that with Madden and with WWE 2K or with 2K games in general, I know that there's going to be a set quality, you know,
Yeah, that's
to
what I like.
expect. I mean, my expectations are lowered for them being a good game. Whereas, the TNA game, or not TNA game, the AEW game, I have to be blown away. It can't be generic. It can't suck.
You don't want to suck it.
I mean, I'm not that kind of girl, my friend. But but yeah, I mean, the Game Pass, it allows so many more people to try it. I am definitely a huge proponent for Game Pass and like streaming groups. I think PlayStation's doing something like that. I mean, I personally think.
Yeah, PlayStation
Uh,
that was something called PlayStation Stars. I guess you get points for earning trophies, and I guess it's kind of a rivaling their Xbox's Microsoft Rewards.
cool, but yeah, I mean, I just, like, I wish, like, with the 360, since it's pretty much dead, like, it'd be nice for Xbox to just, like, hey, here they are, just, here's, give us $10 a year and you can play them all
That
right,
would be
cool.
nice.
That'd be nice. But yeah, back to wrestling. I definitely, uh, I want to talk about Full Gear a little bit, kind of like the card that they got going on right now.
That
Kind of do a little bit of prediction before it happens next week. So we'll start from the bottom, work our way to the top. Since we were talking about Jeff Jarrett and Jay Lethal, it's Jeff Jarrett and Jay Lethal versus Darby Allin and Sting. As much as, Darby Allin and Sting should win this one, I think the better money here for it and better payoff would be in Jeff Jarrett and Jay Lethal taking the win, not clean, basically doing it dirty and building up to something greater.
Yeah, I think you more want it to be a dirty win. You don't want it to be a clean win.
Yep. Then we have the first match of Saraya versus Britt Baker.
Yeah, I see Soraya winning. Unfortunately, I mean, not unfortunately, but I just feel like I don't know.
I
Are they
mean,
also coming
I
back?
agree with you with using the unfortunately, because I mean, Britt Baker is only going to get hurt from this,
Yeah,
not from and I'm not talking about physically hurt,
no,
that Soraya's going to botch this, but no, I think like she has been built up for basically the inception of AEW,
yeah, she's
and for
AEW.
her to basically, oh my god, I'm going to job to Soraya, and put her over, and I'm just like, no, I don't want that. I want to see Soraya get beat,
It's just
or it should have been
is
somebody
she,
very meh.
yeah, it's just like, is Soraya ready? Like, has she been practicing that long? Like, how long has she been cleared for? Do we know? Is she even
Halloween.
Halloween? That's it.
Yeah,
I mean,
I mean she's been trying to get for years, so. But yeah, this should have been a tag team match. Should have been like a 6-person tag match. She should have, as yeah, it should have been like Jade Cargill, um, and like her group. Yeah, it just feels like a rushed kind of thing.
it
Um,
does. It just feels like a cash grab, and feels like just another stab at WWE.
yeah, pretty much. It doesn't feel good. And then we have the Fatal 4-Way between Jericho, Danielson, Sammy Guevara, and Claudio Castiglione. Uh, I mean, as much as I want Claudio to win again and, basically take the belt back, it's going to be Jericho because
He's
Jericho's
the poster
money.
boy. Oh yeah, I mean, he's the poster boy. I mean, he just signed that big ass contract anyway to be increased roles and responsibilities. I mean, he's his name brings the attraction.
Yeah. Then we have the interim AEW Women's World Championship match: Tony Storm versus Jamie Hayter. I'm going with Tony Storm on this one.
I agree.
It just makes sense to me. Uh, the Acclaimed versus Swerve and Our Glory. Um, I want, honestly, I want both of these teams to win because this is definitely one of the better. AEW's tag team division is just, I love what they've been doing with it. There's so many good tag teams and trios here uh, that it's hard to kind of like, yeah, these guys. But I'll see the Acclaim win. Probably, I see them getting attacked by uh, Billy's the Ass Boys,
His sons.
and probably because the Ass Boys, they're a part of that firm group, I think, right?
Um, the last time I saw him, I didn't see him with anybody but themselves. But that was the birthday for their dad. I
Yeah. Anyway,
don't think they were part of.
I see that firm group coming out and attacking the winner no matter what, because a group that does not go after gold is not a good group. Um, the AEW Championship Finals, I say it's Ricky Starks, and at some point I see Ricky Starks winning, as I said, because I definitely want to see them rekindle that Powerhouse Hobbs Ricky Starks feud. It makes sense. It's give me a bad blood, everything like that.
Bring it.
Finally, we have Moxley versus MJF. honestly, this could go either way to me. I like both guys as a character with AEW. Mox is nuts, and MJF, basically he's a prick, and but
Mox could be a prick too.
I mean, well, I was gonna say MJF is like Baron Corbin with actual something to him. Like, honestly, like MJF, you can see when he was growing up that he loved the heels more than the face wrestlers, and it's showing in like he's given us kind of like the old heel shtick, not like you know.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense because we need something. We need.
I mean, I see him winning.
You think so? You think
Yep,
it's? Think
I
it's
see him winning just to kind of like let him kind of piss the world off. I mean, he doesn't need the title, but giving him the title just make him so much more.
well, I mean, if Tony Khan wants to try to keep him in there, I mean, he's going to give him a title.
Yeah.
I mean,
All
he just
right.
tweets that Braun Strowman sent out.
So what?
Braun Strowman apparently has backstage heat because he sent out some tweets about how his match is a 5-star match and high flyers are blah blah blah. He was only just kidding, but a whole bunch of people a whole bunch of wrestlers attacked him on Twitter.
I mean, like, not gonna lie, Strowman's a nerd. Yeah, like, yeah,
Yeah,
that's the fun thing about it is we know he's a nerd, and him saying shit like that is just absolutely just shut up, nerd. Yeah, I mean,
nerd.
I would say it to his face only because one, I know he would probably just like you fucking nerd. Like he does not seem like he doesn't seem like the kind of guy that takes any attack to heart.
Yeah, no.
Like he'd be the kind of guy that would be your best friend.
I mean, he said, "Relax, guys. I'm just kidding."
Yeah, I mean he's young. He's young. Like I said, he's a big freaking nerd, and all the more power to him. Like bunch of love to all these wrestlers in all these companies. Guys are doing great. You are all very talented. Like absolute love. Love the job you guys are doing. Like as much as everybody wants to talk about like the Attitude Era and everything like that was the best part of wrestling. We are in a era of so much wonderful talent uh, that once these guys just hey, I'm as good as I am, and start coming up with stories to elevate that fact, this will be the best era of wrestling. Like even NWA,
Yeah,
they've
they
they've
have
come
some.
back into light. Kind of want to touch up on the Nick Aldis. Hey, I'm done with the NWA. Kind of put that as the poll for when we put this up. Where you see Nick Aldis at the beginning of the year.
Doesn't he have a
Uh,
controversy going around him anyway?
well, right now he basically is suspended indefinitely by NWA, by Billy Corgan because he voiced his um, he voices his pleasure with how Billy Corgan was running the company. So, I mean, that's why a lot of people say it's a work. Um, some people say he's going to go to other promotions. Basically, like I said, where do you see Nick Aldis at the first of the year? I personally see him staying with NWA. I see this as being a work. I definitely see this as a kind of an opportunity to kind of, thrust NWA back into some sort of uh, realm of possibility. I mean, everybody
Well,
else is moving up.
you have Tyrus on that Fox show with what was it, Gutfeld? He's on it
Okay.
with the NWA title. It's was it TV or some kind of TV title or something?
I forget what it is.
Yeah, he
I
has.
mean,
He's had that for a while.
yeah, it's like they got an event coming up. I think it's like
TV,
him versus
yeah,
Murdoch and Cordona.
yeah, Trevor Murdoch.
Hey, dude, like Murdoch has elevated his game to use some Tim speak since he left WWE.
Yeah, he's done pretty good for himself. I agree.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people just need to make a change, and uh, with all this, I definitely see him if he left NWA. He wouldn't go to WWE. They would absolutely bury him.
Yeah.
AEW would probably be a potential big time landing spot for him there. Uh, because like Tony Khan would be like, oh yeah, let me just use Nick's already renowned star power to kind of like push everything up,
Well,
especially uh,
with,
without CM Punk,
with
without
ROH, he can send him there once he gets everything situated.
yeah, maybe. A lot of people also speculated he would come to challenge for the Ring of Honor title from Jericho. Because
Apparently,
Jericho's got the beating everybody's head before.
AEW just made it official 15 minutes ago. Bandito is all elite, whoever that is.
Uh, he um, he beat Rush on Rampage. He also had a very good match, I think, against Jericho um, a few weeks ago. So that was, absolutely a given there. Um,
Samoa Joe is going to be live next Wednesday.
okay.
Somebody
All
sounds
right.
tired. Sounds like you need some dubby energy.
Yeah, I need something. You know,
Mm. Then you get
yeah.
wrapped up in a blanket from fanatics.com.
Well, yeah, I mean, I got plenty of blankets, but yeah, definitely I could use a Buffalo Bills blanket, or I mean, take a look to see what else is out there. Who knows?
You can always get one of those WWE pillow buddies.
No, 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 not that kind of girl. Um, yeah. I mean, as much as like the OC would probably appreciate money going to them. Like hey, get you the Good Brothers pillow buddies there. Like hey,
What if they have them on there? Let's see.
they probably don't. They probably haven't had a bunch of merchandise to put out there. It's just probably the OC shirt
Whoa, they have a new Bray Wyatt shirt out.
already.
I don't know if this is new or I haven't seen this one.
What is it?
It has. There's actually a hoodie too.
Okay.
Let's see. Trying trying to get a bigger picture of it. Come on, WWE.
But yeah, well, I mean, while you're looking at that, basically, I just want to say that, the best thing we can do as wrestling fans is to trust what's going on, unless it is an absolutely boneheaded thing like the Theory Money in the Bank cash in. I mean, I understand why he did it, like kind of like going over everything again with it. Like Lashley had accepted the open challenge. Lashley beat the shit out of Seth Rollins and walked away.
Yeah.
So, hey, I'm going to take that opportunity to do so. And then it was like Seth would not go down without a fight. And then Lashley come up and kind of messed it all up for him. So, hey, it wasn't that bad. I mean, the story got told. And,
yeah, it
kind of furthered everything, but all in the same, like, bro, what you gonna do?
Now it's just like, what's up with the title now?
Or what's up with the Money in the Bank? Because I mean, there's so much up in the air. Like, there just has to be some sort of clarification. Which will be soon.
We'll maybe get some kind of storyline developing on Monday.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, if they're going to reinvent the Money in the Bank, then now would be definitely a good time to do it. They kind of reinvent it. They kind of build it up. Especially, hey, if it can be anything now, it might not just be one Money in the Bank contract. It could be multiple Money in the Bank contracts.
And can we also say rest in peace the 24/7 A24 Interstate 75 Championship?
Man, seriously, like they should have, instead of throwing it in the trash, they should have just let R-Truth, take it, run away, run off in the sunset. Like, bro,
I agree. They didn't do that. They just threw it in the trash.
They did not do it justice.
No, they did not. And they should have just, did a tribute with R-Truth and gave it to him.
Especially since the man's hurt now.
Yeah, he's hurt for basically doing hardly nothing. Poor guy.
Yeah.
He needs to get one title run and that's it, and then ride off in the sunset, because the only thing really he's good for is just comedy now. I mean, he's still good in the ring, but age-wise, it's just, what's the point?
He can still go.
Oh yeah, he can still go, but I don't think he can be any type of noteworthy, like, champion ever.
I don't know. I definitely think he can. So,
do you think they're going to bring back Cardona in?
We will see. I mean, that is a conversation to have at another time. Basically, the reason why I say these is a conversation needs to be had at another time is because Royal Rumble coming up after this. So you know what that means. People are going to be coming back. There's going to be surprises and other whatnot stuff. So,
I mean, there's a lot of potential. I mean, I think Cody Rhodes is going to return at the Rumble. I'm pretty sure he'd be healed up. I wouldn't be surprised if
well, let's hold off on that. Let's hold off on that.
Yeah.
We'll hold off. We'll wait until after Survivor Series to have our nice, wonderful, big time Royal Rumble match podcast.
I'm actually shopping on WWE's website.
Why are you shopping on the WWE website? Use our link in the Fanatics. And, because pretty much everything WWE is on Fanatics now. You don't have to go to WWE shop no more.
To be honest with you, the way Fanatics has WWE's shop listed on there, the way it's set up, it's kind of hard to navigate.
Hey, whatever you say, man. But we've been on here for a little bit, so I think on this note we've covered everything that we do. Uh, this is Ricky with the Social Sports Pad Podcast, and for myself and Ben, wishing you a good night, good week, always good season.